He may be most recognized for his role as Don Draper in the acclaimed series Mad Men. You also may have seen him in the biggest movie of 2022. Everybody loves it, Top Gun Maverick. Now Jon Hamm is taking on the iconic, I guess, oddball role of Fletch in the new movie Confess, Fletch.
Well, I wasn't at my father's villa when the paintings were stolen, so I don't have any new information.
Well, that's okay. I do.
You do? Tell me.
There's an art dealer in Boston named Ronald Haram. He's already sold 2 of your father's Renaissance paintings, the Bellini and the Perugino.
Are you serious? How would he have them?
Well, I have no idea. He might not even know that they were stolen.
Do you think he has the other paintings? All 9 were taken.
He very well might.
The Picasso was appraised at $20 million.
Well, it hardly seems worth stealing.
Joining us live in the D, Jon Hamm, good morning. Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Good to be virtually back in the D.
No kidding. And next time you're in town for real, let's grab a beer, because it turns out you and I are relatively the same age, and you love Anchorman and Kids in the Hall, so you speak my language.
Fair enough. Yeah, that sounds great. Detroit in the fall is a very nice prospect.
Okay, so let's talk about this character Fletch. Originated by Chevy Chase in the 1980s. Your movie is based off the same book that spawned those films. What is Confess, Fletch all about?
Well, you wisely bring up the Chevy version of the film, and we went back to the source material. There's a series of about 11 novels that Gregory MacDonald wrote in the 70s and 80s, and this is the second one of the series, and kind of continues down the path of this really fun mystery, basically, that Fletch finds himself wound up in through no fault of his own. Obviously, that gets unraveled as we tell the story, but it starts in Rome and continues over in Boston, and there's quite a lot of wacky characters that get in his way, and he deals with them in the way that only he can. And so we really wanted to kind of reboot, to use the term of art for that, and bring the character to a new generation, and kind of make it a little more sophisticated, a little closer to what the character was like in the novels, and we obviously pay homage to the Chevy version, which is near and dear to my heart as well. But we wanted to bring this character to a brand new generation. I think we did.
All right. You seem to have an interest, shall we say, in leaving behind drama and doing comedy when you can. I'm thinking of the thing you did with Adam Scott, where you guys recreated the opening of Simon and Simon shot for shot, which is one of my favorite videos of all time. That is so money. What is it about comedy that attracts you?
Well, I believe you're referencing the greatest television event in history, it's I'm an incredibly grateful guy. I wake up in the morning thanking whoever that I get to do what I get to do, and part of that is to get to do goofy stuff like that, and also get to do kind of deeper, more dramatic stories, whether it's Mad Men or working on films like Top Gun. It's stuff like that is a dream for someone like me from the Midwest. If I think back to when I was in school in the University of Missouri doing summer stock, the fact that I get to do what I do, and I get to do it on both sides of the comedy drama divide I'm really lucky, and that's not lost on me. And so the fact to get to do all the stuff I get to do, to get to reboot an iconic character like Irwin M. Fletcher and really do it my way was an opportunity I just couldn't pass up.
All right, well, we only have less than a minute left. You've done a few of the Progressive commercials with Flo. How did that happen?
It was funny, I don't think people realize this as a true Easter egg about that, but Stephanie Courtney, who plays Flo, was in the pilot of Mad Men. She was one of the switchboard operators, so it was almost a reunion of sorts. That when they came to me with that, I once again, I just couldn't pass it up. It's too fun.
Well, I wish that we had like 5, 10, 15, 30 more minutes with you, but being the way things are, we got to wrap. But Jon, it's been a pleasure. Next time you're in Detroit, look us up.
You got it. I'll look forward to it.
All right. Thank you very much. Confess, Fletch is in theaters and available on digital now.